Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vic, and I have a dream of making films and games, and I'm heavily inspired by K-pop and J-pop visual style and sounds. So, IRENE and SEULGI, my favorite duo, dropped a brand film. I'm going to check it out in a filmmaker's perspective. I'm sure we are going to run a road. Let us go. My name is Vic, and this is Funny Production. The most important things in film, that's where films differ from music videos. You have to rely, especially for like this, there is no conversations, it's just actions. You have to rely heavily on soundtrack and sound design. So if you mess them up, the project is dead. Yeah, project is dead. And right here, they know just how to do their things. Their soundtrack, the very soundtrack starts low, and as it moves forward, it brings suspense, and that is exactly what they did. Let us keep watching. You know, always, don't show things in one perspective. You know, right? Let the minimum be like two. First perspective, they showed us surrogates, legs, and her shoes while she was running. Another top love make it extra spicy. They also showed us the side arm. This is cool, like don't show things in one perspective, like as if filmmakers and they are recording stuff, acting and everything, just one take. Like if you don't have multiple cameras, you know, maybe work extra hard and get multiple angles of things, especially on things like this, where you have no conversation, like you are safe for any angle depending on the action. Like do your best always at the film, like you just keep watching. Like this is the art of sound design. Like when you are on set, like this kind of set for this brand film, I can tell you anything like they didn't even record any sound. The sound of her working, that is sound design, like if they are big projects, there is foreign artists, they were that thing bad. Sorry to say this, but I can call this a small project. And like there isn't even like that much of attention on them. Then you can take like a stock, sound if like or there's kind of shoes, like high heels and you can like sound them, design and everything. And one important thing, you can see this is a loom and she is in this loom alone. Remember to add a in order to sweeten it and everything. Like sound design, like I'm liking it. It is cool at the sound design right now. Let us keep watching. You know, did you see like this soundtrack? Different soundtracks represent different emotions, and this kind of soundtrack to me is embracing the suspense. Like first of all, she was in this house, but she fell. She was alone, but she said, and as we got elevator, like don't spoke things as a filmmaker. Like always keep your audience on time. Like they did it like immediately show us IRENE like sort of like in a shot. It shows clearly that she's in the house too. But they first showed us her just alone, like a medium close up. And we as the audience, in those few seconds, we were very, very curious, like, where is the house? What is going to happen? And they made our satisfaction and finally showed us that she's in the house too. The soundtrack and the suspense, everything, like putting hits and hits, turning them into a real explanation so that, like it's a feeling, it's your feeling. How to tell a story in an engaging way. Put questions in your feeling, make the audience, if there are multiple people, have a discussion, make place and everything like where we have. Let us keep watching. And this is what I like about films, like the choice of shots to take, like or in order for like this kind of motion to not die out, they would have like did it, like as the elevator was closing, they turned our attention to the elevator that is closing, and in order to make the suspense, they did like show us IRENE coming and trapping her fingers the door in order for the door to not close. But in order to create that suspense, like putting things up, the first showed us only the elevator and the hands stopping. It stops from closing, like that is visual storytelling. You don't start high, you start low and you play that face. That's what makes us the audience enjoy the film a bit more. We just keep watching.
Going down.
I hate to tell you this, but the best way to show working people in your shot, it is not a moving shot, it is a static shot, right? Through making things at the opposite, like let's show something which is moving, how to the static shot. Maybe it comes to something which is not moving, we need to use a moving shot, like it is filmmaking, supply someone, and remember in filmmaking, it's not all about the subject. It's also about the subject. Like right now, they put on this thing. I don't know its name and I don't know its function. But either way, this is filmmaking. Guys, let us keep watching. No effects, suspense go together, right? As a filmmaker, you have to know your things. You have to know those sound effects are for suspense, these are for action, like divide them into parts, divide them into folders, like every time you go to something, yeah, you know where it is. And right now, this logo of theirs that I really like, have a background in graphic design, but I failed. But this logo I really like, scared me because it's the sound effect it came with. That on your face, yeah, I was scared. But either way, this brand film, even though it is over, I didn't want it to because it was sweet. Not like the way it was great, the suspense behind it, everything was great. So I'm looking forward to what this dog will put out, will be relating to editing novel. Stay on your toes, please stand by, subscribe and everything. Let us first finish it off. Yeah, that was it, for this planned film, but what I can say about it is that it was a masterpiece. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to be a filmmaker and a game maker, and I'm looking for people who shares the same interest so that we can run together, join my Discord server. We'll talk about everything, like share tips and everything. I really want to build a community. And like fast forward the steps, subscribe and join my Discord server. Then we will be in contact, I'm always here. Yeah, we will figure things out. Until the next time, stay safe. My name is V, and this is Funny Production.